Hello guys, welcome back. It's Logical as always, and today we're up against the equilibrious beast, Libra. This is what his name is, and I'm sorry, hands down, the hardest boss that I fought in this game. I don't know what the scenario is, but it's always whenever you add madness to a boss fight, it normally becomes quite one-sided. Libra put me down the most out of any boss in Nightreign so far until the enhanced bosses come out. But for the meantime, yeah, he whooped us. In the middle of doing my Libra runs, I managed to I discovered the Remembrance shenanigans, so started doing that. So I did. But no, yeah, I don't even know where to begin with Libra. He just mopped the floor with me and my team on repeat consistently. It must be the status. It probably is the madness status effect, or is just busted damage. But you really do need a pretty stacked team to be able to put this boss down. So you do, like, you need to have a good, solid run to put this guy down, because if you don't, he is going to walk all over you. So he is. On our winning run, we had me, I believe, a raider, and a recluse as well. And yeah, shockingly enough, we managed to actually pull this one off. So we did. It was one of those matches where we actually had a decent amount of success, surprisingly. So it was. We did have a surprising amount of success in this run, and it went pretty well. I think we got really lucky at the same time, so we did. Obviously, the immediate start that we're working with here is we're literally just cleaning up the camps. So we are. I'm looking for anything that can give me anything. So yeah, that's really all it is. Obviously, the other two have just completely skipped straight on past me, so they have. And I've just sort of went, well, I'm going to sit and scrounge. Obviously, that doesn't go to plan because one of our guys goes down. The glass cannon, of course. And they went down against the Guardian Golem, so we're immediately going to clean up said Guardian Golem and see if we can obtain ourselves a prize. Something that will actually be beneficial, so it will be. Unfortunately, I don't think we actually do get lucky. No, actually we do. We actually get really lucky off rip. Grabbing a red bronze bow with enhanced ranged attack damage. That immediately off rip is perfect for what I need, because that there means that there is a pretty strong start to the DPS race that Iron Eye needs. If you don't build him with DPS, then you just have to build him support, so you do. Straight after that there, we immediately run to a church to grab our flasks. Of course, there's just that standard brain play, so it is. We went better to perfumer, so we do. The Pride Perfumer got very close to putting a few of us down, so it did. So at this stage, we are just going to grab our maximum HP because tankiness helps as well. And at this stage, I've started picking up the gold pickled feet, because more runes is always good. As says, remembering to use them is always a problem, but at the same time, these guys have just ploughed straight on ahead and killed another one, and we got again lucky over again because we got increased damage while at max health. So we are off to a pretty juicy start, so we are. And immediately the Abductor Virgin gets immediately melted on the spot, which it does shock me the amount of damage some of these classes can actually put out. Again, unfortunately, this one was a complete redundancy due to the fact that nothing was beneficial to me, so I picked it up for the sake of picking it up. I don't know why. Again, these guys are just speeding without me, so they are. These guys are just hauling ass without me, so they are. I'm trying to get myself nice and juiced up, but yeah, these guys are cleaning up as I'm catching up, basically. They went and opened up an Everjail to get their hands on the Grave Warden. So they did. Grave Warden didn't really take much to put down, to be fair. And we are immediately going for the increased physical attack. So we are. That is just as simple as it gets. Now at this stage, I sidetrack into a dungeon because I'm not risking going into this fight without a purple weapon. So I'm picking up the smithing stone. That's just common sense. It's now a rule of mine that I grab this stuff. Ran past these guys have already cleared out another Everjail, so they have, and I ran past a Black Knife Assassin. But again, it's like, how are these guys moving as quick as they are? So I had a choice between the 10,000 runes or the increased damage negation. I picked the 10,000 runes because I figured that would be nice. And immediately these guys are just straight on. Like, these guys must be communicating, because There's no slowing down on these guys. That's all I have to say. There's just no slowing down. And the Black Knight Assassin didn't stand a chance to begin with. So they didn't. And at this stage, again, what do I even choose here? I think I just take the improved poise, which is kind of redundant for Iron Eye due to the fact that he's an archer. It's not really how that's meant to work. Next up, Grafted Scion. As says, we just there was very little, if nothing, that slowed us down. And our Raider is just putting out damage. Our Recluse is just putting out damage. The bosses, either we got really lucky with our boss selection, or we got, I'm assuming it was just a lot of dumb luck that we got, so we did. Again, we got another Albinauric bow, which increases our range damage again. Plus on top of that there, the Albinauric bow is, if you don't know, is the strongest blue variant bow that you can get your hands on. So it is, so it does prove to be quite beneficial, so it does. Again, the Frenzied Flame Troll, it doesn't stand even an inkling of a chance at this stage. There has been no difficulty whatsoever. And then we get something that is very good, improving all resistances. Again, the boss is frenzy related, so this is a big pickup. Shop, unfortunately, is redundant for me, because I think I'd checked the shop 2 or 3 times. Popped up into the tower, and then I think I went for the Ancestral Infant's head. Don't know why it has magic scaling. We all know that he is the one person that you don't use magic scaling on. The Battlefield Commander, realistically speaking, if you already noticed, we're already chunking him without much difficulty. Trust me, Battlefield Commander did not have anything on our group in this stage. I got blessed with a god tier group in this run, so I did. I think at this stage we take in extended spell effect. I don't know if I'm going to get lucky to grab anything. We find a shop, which is even better, so we do. We find an actual legitimate, like the merchant shop, the actual buffed one where he has a load of extra gear, so we do. And this is great for us because it means that I can pick up a few extra things. Full Moon Crossbow being one of them because it increases my range damage yet again. But what I go for is the Ritual Sword Talisman because increased damage while at max health is phenomenal. Leonine Misbegotten gets dealt with at lightning speed. There's really nothing much that can be said in that scenario. And then we take our Affinity attack power up, which means boosts to any elemental damage we get our hands on. We double back and I pick up I do believe I picked up the Full Moon Crossbow here. Yes, because I wanted my increased range damage again. So anything that I can get my hands on that gives me range damage, of course I'm going to take. It's just as simple as that. So it is, and that keeps me nice and healthy. I pick up the extra defense just in the slight case that it's going to be needed because, well, common sense would dictate this. Again, these guys are speeding straight on ahead and they've already cleared out most of the next Everjail. So they have, so I'm just coming in to play cleanup basically because these guys have already just sped themselves along, but I'm patiently building my strength, so I am. Between 10,000 runes and the increased flask recovery, the increased flask recovery comes in clutch in this scenario, so it does, so we're aiming for it. And our next stop is the castle, which luckily enough we get our hands on a Royal Revenant and not the Bell-Bearing Hunter. If it had been the Bell-Bearing Hunter, this would be a completely different story. But just to demonstrate how powerful our team is right now, I've left this boss fight in because this boss simply just did not stand a halfpenny of a chance. This boss got decimated in record speed. Now normally Royal Ravens are a colossal pain in the ass. They must have nerfed them, but still works in our favour, so it does quite a lot. Now again, I've now copped on that two-handing a weapon is actually better. My mistake. That is entirely my fault. So it is. So I picked the incantations or whatever. Again, my mistake. It is what it is. I'm well past this stage. I know what I know now. Didn't know back then. You get the idea at this stage, so you do. At this stage, I sort of think to myself, oh, the Clock Talisman might actually be beneficial. So I pick it up for whoever else might want it and trade it over because I think the Raider likes to do jump attacks. He's using double big weapons, so I was like, right, okay, maybe he might pick it up, maybe he might not. He does decide to take it, which is a happy-go-lucky bonus. Stop by an odd church and grab the the additional flask. And then this is a unique, I don't know if anybody else has come across this, but the Eye of Sauron has returned. Now, how do you deal with this thing? I do not have a clue, right? Because I jumped up and killed everybody that is meant to be controlling it. So, to me, this meant common sense. But then it didn't go away. So, I don't know what exactly I'm meant to do. So, I go hunting for anybody else who might be praying. None of it works. I might need an answer for this one, but I am stumped. I was looking around here for whoever could be controlling this thing, and nobody. And then Warframe joined my party, and then we continued talking as I was recording this match, because why not? You know, it's a game to be played with friends, but at the same time, even the Recluse was confused to what the fuck was going on here, so we just ignore it, move on with the rest of our day. As says, the madness build-up isn't that extreme, so I'm not going to complain too much. Luckily enough, Flying Dragon got stuck, and this is where Rain of Arrows actually proves to be exceptionally powerful, rinsing through the dragon's health. So happy it was as powerful as it was. Look at the range on that tower, by the way. That's insane. So it is. And luckily enough, we get another attack power increase while at maximum health. So now we just need to find something to get rid of, which we successfully do. So now we are properly stacking power, so we are. And this is good to me, right? Again, these guys are just zipping straight on past me. They have their own game plan. I'm always playing catch up here because, again, I'm focused on trying to get myself as juicy and as strong as fundamentally possible. I think in saying that there, everybody's doing that there, but again, I have to be slightly more picky on what items I pick up because I'm looking for very, very, very specific stats on my gear. So it's probably taking me a little bit longer because obviously everybody else has a little bit easier way of dealing damage, aka the Recluse has Terra Magica and the Raider just has two giant freaking anchors. You know, it is what it is. Pick up another 10,000, quick and easy. On our way to the next area, we literally just decimate a Flame Troll. Like, Flame Troll did not stand a monicum of a chance, but again, another increase to HP is absolutely clutch. So it is not going to complain. And then we have the Deathrite Bird. Why are we up against the Deathrite Bird? Because this game hates me. Are you surprised at this fact? Because I'm not. Because I don't know what it would, like, Deathrite Birds and the Bellbearing Hunter are the two bosses I never want to see in a fight. Like, never. Because Deathrite Birds just have stupid damage with a good bit of AoE, whereas the Bellbearing Hunter is just a complete beefcake that can two-shot you if he feels like it. But the Deathrite Bird goes down real fucking quick. So it does. I hate the boss, but that boss did not deserve that beatdown, so he didn't. And now I'm stuck because these are ones that I don't know about, but improve my ultimate charge speed seems pretty damn clutch at this stage, so it does. And because my luck has been not very good, this is where making use of that lovely smithing stone comes in real handy. Now again, the crossbows are so the main thing that I really do want to buff up is the Albinauric bow, because baseline, it's the strongest thing that I have, and I focus primarily on physical damage while growing my strength. So this all comes in as a nice good bonus. The head doesn't really mean much to me anymore, because it's fundamentally useless to me, because again, it's not something that I can successfully use. So we pick up the Opaline Bubbled here, and then we level up. So now we are ready. Again, level 12 going into this boss fight is probably not the best idea. It is what it is, really. Now, didn't even get the chance to talk to them. She just immediately straight up and started smacking him, which I'm nearly sure results in immediate goddamn karma. So it does. Like, I mean, damn near instant karma. If you've ever seen instant karma before, this was instant karma. So it was. So I have to. It does make me laugh whenever shit like that happens. But this boss has ended me so many times it officially pisses me off. This boss is a beefcake. He is fast, he has damage, and he has madness. Plus a teleportation which really pisses me off. This boss is the epitome of fuck around and find out. And saying that there, this game is the epitome of fuck around and find out, to be fair. But even taking that into consideration, the ass whooping we got was quite fair, to be fair. As says, our damage really ain't doing much, so it isn't. As says, maintaining him not getting the defense buff is more important, because his defense buff is ridiculous. I think I remember saying something about it's close to or in around the range of 80% damage negation. I apologise. Big yawn. But yes, it's about 80% damage negation that he's getting, so it is. So this is getting pretty damn rough, because our raider gets downed, and our raider's meant to be our tank. So he's like, that's normally what the raider's job's kind of meant to be, is he's meant to be there as the tank. But the fact that he's getting bullied as easily as he is means that he's not as tanky as he needs to be. On top of that, the teleportation bullshit still gets me irked every time. Unfortunately, this time, shit kind of goes a bit sideways on this one, because I don't know why I can't hit a damn seal for fucking whatever reason. But the big problem is the fact that he does nail his fucking defense buff. And all of a sudden, our damage gets heavily hindered, so it does. Now, we were on good pace, we were on good damage, but with his phase transition, as well as just his overall onslaught of abilities, and then on top of the defense on top of that there, basically at this stage, we just struggled to put him down, because he was just, like, we couldn't do damage to him, so we couldn't. And immediately, our caster gets absolutely bullied, so my focus is to try and get her up now, so it is. Because I'm in a little bit of a dangerous position here, and then of course him teleporting behind me did still manage to get her up though, but the teleportation behind just can really just mess with you, and he genuinely does love going for me. I goodbye remote. I'm nearly sure, because my little brother plays Iron Eye as well, and he's nearly sure as well that the boss purely focuses Iron Eyes, because with that all being said, now he has gotten both. He's got the player down again, the raider down, and he's also got the recluse down. And now I'm stuck in one very precarious position, and this is where I go full clutch. Because again, he teleports on me, my madness meter is about to goddamn fill, and I'm in struggle points, so I am. So I get the raider up. Raider then successfully manages to pick up the mage, while I'm entertaining the boss yet again. I am entertaining this boss yet again. So immediately I go full clutch, and I manage to be the one to clutch the victory. I wholeheartedly accept my role in this fight. I somehow managed to clutch my victory. I accept. And I think this is where the point where these guys actually start trying to celebrate the fact that I managed to do it, because I'm just standing still being ever so stoic, whereas everybody's just like, congratulations. In saying that there, we unlocked the Scarlet Wood, so we did. And then this is whenever I figure out about the whole remembrance shenanigans. Now, yeah, that's more or less it. This is where I figure out about the remembrance shenanigans, and now I start working towards my remembrances. So that's what I'm in the process of doing as I'm editing this. This is what I'm in the process of doing, plus 3 other projects. So give me time to get them out. As says, they'll come out whenever they're out. I'm not going hell's bells like I did the last time, because the last time was too much. But no, yeah, long story short, that was the Equilibrious Beast, and I found out about remembrances. As of right now, I've got Wilder's Remembrance done, not recorded obviously because I was just playing for fun, but I'll see if I can record the Guardian Remembrance, because that seems like a bit of crack. So it does. Plus, I still need to figure out what the last ending is. I'll let you get to that point, so guys. So guys, I hope you all enjoyed. Please like, share, and subscribe if you didn't enjoy. And remember, guys, not everything goes to plan. Bye.